Hello friends, welcome to Selenium WebDriver Training Session 22. This is Harathon once again as usual. Today I will discuss about how we can get text from a read-only or editable text box once the value is entered, CSS property and size like width and height of the particular element, right, from a web element. Thank you all for watching my videos. In case you are enjoying my videos and learning automation testing and Java, please like and share my videos. Do not forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notification as and when I will upload any new videos. Do not forget to provide your valuable comment for any input or suggestion. Stay tuned for my next video. So as discussed, like here in this video I will discuss how we can get the text for the read only text field. Okay, so for that we need to use the get text method from with using which, right, we can get text present in the HTML including sub element text, which return value will be obviously string. So first we need to identify the element, then we can get the text, right, using the get text method. Then we can print it or we can use it anywhere, right, based on our requirement. So for that, here I already opened this particular site, right. This is the text box. I mean, this is the text box which is read only, right. Here you can't perform an operation because here you can enter some value, right. So this is a read only. Let's highlight, I mean identify first the element. So you need to press F12 button from the keyboard and you need to press the inspect icon in inspect button in the email address, right. So here you can see some properties is being displayed. So you can get the XPath copy. I can get the XPath here. So using that I will identify the element. So here I already created a class get attribute and values where I already passing the properties for the Chrome drivers path, setting the properties, launching the Chrome browsers with the help of WebDriver interface and the Chrome driver class. I am maximizing it. I am passing the value for the URL, right, whatever I already opened. So I am storing web element, suppose this is the email address, right, email field name equal to driver dot find element, and by using the XPath I am providing the XPath, right. So I am just providing the XPath. With the help of XPath I am identifying the element. So once the element identification is done, so here error message is coming. You need to import the web element, right, class from the origin.openq.selenium, and then once the element identification is done, so I can, okay, I can get the properties, right, email dot get text, right. I can get the text value for the particular field using the get text, and this particular text I can store in some string variables, right. String email value equal to this, and I can print it out as and when required, right. So just simply need to print it. So what will be my value? Here you can see the value is email address, right. So that will be my output, right. Okay, so let's run the code, and I just want to quit the driver, otherwise a lot of driver will open. So I will quitting the driver. Okay, so it will launch the Chrome browsers, then pass the URL, then after maximizing it obviously, then we will identify the element emails, right, which is the text field but read only, right. This is the read only text field. Okay, then it will get the text with the help of get text methods, and it will store in the email value string, right, variable with type as string. It will print it out and then close the driver. So it will print the email address output because the value of the their email address, right. So let's run it. code and let's see whether it's running properly or not. It will launch the Chrome browsers. After that, it will maximize the browsers. It will pass the URL already mentioned, identify the element, email address, which is a text field and read only, and after that it will get the text with the help of get text methods, and it will print the email value and it will quit the browser. So you can see output email address is coming, right? So also that particular method is working fine here, right? Get text method with help of which we can get the text for a particular any text box where which is like read only, right? Okay, the next is like, but with the get text method we can't get a text in the editable text box, right? So user can't extract a text from the text bar or any editables item using the get text. So user need to use get attribute and the value, right, to get a text from the editables. Okay, so we can't extract it. Okay, so here instead of that, let's change the thing. So email address, right? Here you can see the ID is email example, right? ID, right? So here I'm just changing it to email address, email, and here I am passing the ID. So which is the editable field for the by dot ID, and I am passing the value ID is the editable field, right? Not the read only field. Okay, so I am identifying that particular element which is the read only where I can add some value. Suppose I can add some value, right? A, B, C, D, like that. I can add any value, right? So I am identifying with the help of ID, right? After that, first I need to pass the value, right? Email dot send keys. Here, suppose I am passing as test@test.com. Then let's see whether you are able to get the entered text with the help of get text method. Okay, so it will not be displayed, no value, blank, because get text method will not work, right? For any editable text box where the value is entered, it will only work on the right for the read only text box where the text is right, the, like email. Okay, suppose where the text is present already, editable, no, sorry, read only, but text is already present. Here you can see it is read only and the text is embedded. That is the reason it is, I mean, it will display the text. But here, right, that is a text. It is a editables, right, and the ID is here. You can see no text is there. Obviously, it will not be allowed. So let's run it and let's see whether the blank is coming. So I am identifying the email which is editables where I can add some values. I am sending the value. Then I am want to store with the help of get text and I want to print it out, but it will print blank because with the help of get text method it will not be possible to store the entered entered string value, right, for any editable text, right? You can see test.html is coming, but here output no, blank output is coming, right? But instead of get text method, now if you replace it with the particulars, right, get attribute and pass it value, right? So you can see it will be coming get attribute and you need to pass that value, right? Now it will be displayed at this output will be test.test.com. Okay, let's run the code and let's see whether it is working fine or not with the help of get attribute method, and where you need to pass the value whatever already entered for the text field. So it will work. So after launching the browsers, it will maximize it. It will pass the URLs. After URL opened successfully, it will pass the test.test.com in the email address field and close the browsers. And you can see with the help of get attribute methods, like text is being displayed whatever already entered. Okay. So here if you want to enter, if you want to display any read only text field where like text is already present, you can use the get text, but where it is editable field and where you are passing the value, you need to use the get attribute and value. Similarly, using the get attributes, like you can get different kind of attribute, right? You can get the type also. Suppose if you want to get the type, email type, you can get it. Here you need to pass it type, right? Here what is the type? Type is email, right? So email will be displayed here, output. So with the help of get attribute, we can get the type. So whatever attribute is there, so you can get all the attribute, right? With the help of get attribute method, where you need to pass the different attributes. So that is the importance of the get attribute methods. You can see the type is coming as email, right? Similarly, if you want to change it to here, the class, you can also class will be form hyphen control, right? You can change it to class. So class output will be form hyphen control. Similarly, you can get the ID. It will be example input emails, right? So let's first take the class. Similar way, whatever attribute will be already present for the particular web element, you can get all the attributes, right? With the help of get attribute and with the passing the different parameters, right? So that is the important of get attribute methods in Selenium WebDriver. This is very much useful. So whenever in any point of time we need to validate particular attribute, you can get it, right? You can see the form control is coming, right? Okay, and form control is coming. So your what is expected, right? Okay. Similar way, whatever attribute will be there, you can get all the attribute with the help of get attribute method. Okay. Now the next which will be the size, right? You can get the size of any locator value, right? So get size method in Selenium WebDriver determines the size of an element. Size consists of two values, width and height, with the sum of respective attribute, right? So you can get the size. So you can see that some size will be there, right? So you can get the size from the height and width, right? So it will be summation 1 plus 12 plus like that. 1 plus 8 plus 12 plus 8 plus 8, like that you can get it. Okay. So let's first identifying this thing. Then I am passing the value. Then with the help of email, whatever I already created, I am just getting the size, right? Get size method. You need to use the get size method, right? Email dot get size. Here it will be not the string, it will be integer. Okay, it will not be integer because the positions it is not integer. So you need to simply here you use it get size. Let's simply code it. Okay, you can get the size with the help of get size method, right? So whatever object you are first identifying, you need to with the help of object you need to use the get size method, so it will be displayed, the size will be displayed for the particular field. So it will launch the browser, it will pass the URL. After that, it will highlight the element, right? Identify the element where it will pass the URL email test@test.com. Once it is entered, it will get the size, width, and height, right? You can see 256 and 38 is coming, right? Width and height, okay? And it is quitting the type driver. So you can see it here, right? Width and height, you can get it from here. So margin, border, all the thing is there for that particular element. Okay, so after summing all this thing, you can get the height, right? Here also if you want to get the width, you can also get it width, right? Or also if you want to get the height, you can also get the height only. The first one will be width, second one will be, suppose if you want to get only height only, so you can get it. So here width and height, but if you here it will get only the height. So that's why with the help of get size method you can get the width and height and both true for a particular wave element, which sometimes can be very useful for validation purpose, right? You can see the first one is width and second one is height, right? With you can get also height and width. Now the last one I will show you, which is the get css value method in Selenium WebDriver. Fetch the value of a css property of any particular web element, okay, and user have to pass the css properties, okay. Here first we need to identify the web element, okay, and you need to get the css value, right? Okay, so first I will identify the web element with the help of this web element. Suppose I want to highlight this web element, right? Submit button. So for first I need to identify the submit button. So how can I identify it? You can see the class is there, right? So if I use the CSS selector, okay. So for the class dot and the class name, okay. But here you can see some problem is there, okay. Maybe some space problem is, that is the reason within the class you are not able to create the CSS selector. Let's create expert, custom expert, where like class is there. So with the contents keyword I can create a expert. So I am giving slash slash here. The tag name is starting with button, okay. Then contents keyword and what is contents class, right? So at the rate class, comma, so class is content like this word. So forget about this part, I am selecting this one. Class is containing this part, okay, containing this part. Okay, so you can see the object is getting highlighted, right? So with the help of expert, whatever I have created custom, I can identify the element, right? Divert dot submit button, right? This is submit. So I am changing the name as submit. So by dot expert, I can identify the element with the help of expert. Once the element identification is done, right, I can get the CSS value, right, with the help of get CSS value methods where you need to pass the different value. So how can you identify that how many different CSS properties is there? So you can see if you highlight the object, if you drill down in that particular, here you can see all the CSS properties will be there here, right? You can see here what are the CSS property: background color, right, border button color, right, okay, border button style, okay. Similar way you can get it, right? So these are the CSS property. Here you need to search with CSS word, so that will be better. It will retrieve all the properties for CSS. Suppose I want to get the color, okay. So how can I get it? I already identified the identified the element. I need to use the SYSO methods. Then I need to use the simply that particular object, sorry, element whatever I have created, where I am storing the details, dot get CSS value, and here you need to pass it color, right? So let's run it, and the color is RGB 250 250 like that, right? So if you run the code, it will display you the color for the particular submit button with the help of get CSS value. Because whenever you are creating any object, all the CSS value, background value, like size, positions, everything will be driven by the CSS value, and you can, as and when required, you can get is whatever already created for the particular element, right? You can see this thing is coming, right? RGBA 250 250 like that. Okay, so then it should match with the expected one, right? Similar way, if you want to get the other thing, right, you can also get it, right? Suppose I want to get the bottom border bottom width, right? So how can I get it? That you need to pass simply a particular properties, right? So here I already created, right, border bottom width. That particular method you need to, sorry, that particular properties you need to use it, so that it will give you one. Yes, because border bottom width is one pixel, right? So it will give you the output as one px. So here you can change it. Okay, so whatever properties already available, CSS properties, so you can get all the values, and you can, right, use it, you can print it wherever required with the help of get CSS value methods, and you need to pass the different properties whatever you want to use it future for a particular web element. It can be text, it can be button, right? You can see one px is coming because here it is mentioned like one px, right? Okay, similar way, if you want to retrieve that one, right? So let's open a notepad. I want to retrieve that one, right? Border image slice, which will be 100%, output will be 100%. So if you change it to, you can see output will be 100%. It will launch the Chrome browser, it will pass the URL, and after that it will identify the submit buttons, and after that it will display the CSS value with the particular properties, and it will give you the output as 100%. It will quit the browsers, right? You can see output is coming 100%. So that's why after identifying any element, you can get all the CSS value here, right? All the margins, borders, get size, right? And all the CSS value, background colors, right? If you want to change it to background color, I can also, you can get it, right? I already mentioned the background color, right? The border button color, background color, whatever you want to get it. Suppose if you want to get the background color, so it will be displayed like that, right? RGB 0 1 2 3 1 2 5 like that out. So after launching the browsers, it will pass the URLs, and it will identify the submit button. You can see here it is passing, right? You are exactly, it is getting, right, the background color. That's why whatever CSS value will be, CSS attribute will be defined for a particular element, you can get all the value, and you can use, store it in the string variables, right, depending on the thing, and you can use it anywhere whatever is required. Okay, so that's all for today's session. Thank you.